Hello, I'm doing a very first attempt at video blogging or video logging endeavor I'm embarking on. It's called Hotter Than Hell. It's essentially in Wichita Falls, Texas, 100 miles bike ride, bike essentially cycling ride that starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday. The claim to fame is it brings about 13,000 cyclists from all over the world, at least all over the US, and there are also some international riders of all shapes, sizes, ages, and they ride about 100 miles. Starts at 7 a.m. and the temperature is basically hotter than hell. It can go up to 114, 115. So we'll be cycling through pretty humid and very hot temperatures for most of the ride. It should take anywhere between 7 to 8 hours for me to finish. And they have around the 60th mile or so something called Hell's Gate, which is where the rest of the 40 miles happens. A lot of the people don't end up doing all the 100 miles. And in fact, they have a cutoff time within which you have to enter the Hell's Gate because it gets dangerous because of the humidity and the heat after that time frame. And they have been doing earlier and earlier cutoff each year because the temperature is getting hotter and hotter. I'm hoping to actually make it to the Hell's Gate before the cutoff and then ride on through and finish the entire 100 miles. I've not done anything past 60 miles. In fact, I started biking only in April, end of April time frame. I don't know. I'm nervous, but I'm hoping that pure adrenaline might get me to finish it. There are about 7 of my friends from my cycling group. It's a pretty big cycling group, about 30 plus people, but only 7 of us signed up, and a few of them have done it before. To show you how unprepared I am, I'm planning to drive tonight to Wichita Falls, which is about 2 hours, like I said, and I don't even have a bike rack to carry my bike, so I just ended up buying the bike rack, and then on the way I'm stopping by a grocery store to buy some bread, water, I don't know, a few other supplies so that I can then put together a carrying bag and drive to Wichita Falls today. Wish me luck, and I will be capturing some snippets of the journey along the way. It should not be too many snippets, but you know, how I'm feeling, how I'm doing before the ride, during the ride, and hopefully I finish the entire ride. Either way, you will be able to see what goes through my head when I finish, whether I finish, if I quit, why I quit, all the way to just coming back. So strap in, and hopefully you can be with the video journey throughout. Cheers. Bye for now. It's 9:20 p.m. on Friday evening after a dinner of salad and chicken sandwich. Not too much carb loading, but something. I am now all packed up and headed to Wichita Falls. The car setup is done to carry my bike with me. This is my Specialized Rubai Expert. This model is supposed to have won a lot of different races. So tomorrow it's not the bike, it's the man on the bike. Let's see, this is the first time I'm using the bike rack. So I'm hoping the bike stays on for the 2-hour ride and gives me no issues. All right, talk after I reach there. Bye. Arrived at the Econo Lodge. The cycle ended up making it all the way here, so I'm now unhooking it. Took most of the straps off. It stayed on. So I have a bike to bike tomorrow, and this is the Econo Lodge. All the hotels are fully booked out, and this was the last parking spot. The idea is to meet my friends at 6:15 in a parking lot. They have collected my bibs, my race number, and all those other details. So I'll meet them at 6:15 in the parking lot, collect all of those from them, put it on my bike, and get ready for 7 a.m. start. See you guys. Good night. Hey, it's finally Saturday morning, 5 a.m. So not much of a good night's sleep, but glad that I was able to drive here and get some sleep rather than wake up at 3 a.m. and drive, because I would not have been able to sleep either way, but at least being able to get up at 5 versus 3 probably makes a difference. This place does not even have a coffee machine, so people who know me know that I cannot function without coffee. So I just poured some cold water, and I always travel with Starbucks individual sachets, so I put cold water and Starbucks in there. It's not my way of waking up, but better than nothing. As I was thinking about it, the heat kind of worries me, because I've never driven in the heat for more than 2 hours, even on our Saturday 60-mile rides. We start early in the morning, so we kind of avoid most of the sun, and just maybe the last leg of 1 to 2 hours is really brutal sun. This one would be about 6 to 8 hours in the sun with no escape. So lots of hydration, lots of electrolytes, you'll see. The other interesting two things that I'm worried about is I've never sat on the hard saddle. It's a tiny hard saddle for that period of a time, and it's painful. It gets painful near the end of my 3-4 hour rides, and 6 to 8 hours, I don't know, maybe that's a very different ball game, and I don't know if I can handle that. The other one, strangely, is my hands go numb and my palms, where it makes contact with the handlebar. For that period of a time, maybe I'm just putting too much pressure on my palms, but they go numb. It feels almost like temporary paralysis. I cannot bring my fingers together. I cannot stretch my palm out straight. And for a 7 to 8 hour ride, hands going numb, that doesn't allow me to feel the road or hold on to the handlebar or change the gears. I don't know, that may also change the game unfavorably. Maybe not, we'll see. But those are some of the things that's going through my head. This morning I'll just start the breakfast with peanut butter jelly sandwich. Isabel packed me some peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I somehow crave during endurance rides or runs peanut butter specifically, so I told Isabel to help me with that. She packed me some for before the ride and for some after the ride. So I'll have that, banana protein shake, and pack up all the water bottles and other nutrition stuff for the ride on the bike, and off I go. All fully ready, wearing the Dragon jersey. The back is full of stuff that I'm carrying for the ride. I'm almost looking like a camel. So not the most flattering look, but nevertheless, this is what's essential. And if you can see the bike itself, it's got 3 water bottles, stash of food, stash of stuff at the back of the saddle, all the gear ready to go. So off you go. I'm going to meet my friends in the parking lot, get the bibs, wear them, and get going. So this is where all the dragons are assembling in the morning, collecting the bibs. A few more people yet to show, and just assembled in a parking lot here. Okay. This is the gathering place. They're singing the national anthem. There's about supposedly 13,000 riders here. There's this fighter jets.
Here we go.
That starts the day off. These are my riding buddies, the Lone Star Dragons. There's about 7 of us here. The ride is about to start. First break after 30 miles. So Palash, Parmesh and Srini all made it okay. And we probably will stop here for 10 minutes or so. The first 30 miles went okay. The only challenge was a big stretch of road had big gravel and rough road. Goes to show that you cannot really be prepared for the right things in these events. But all in all, it was a good first 30 miles. So 1/3 of the way done, another 2/3 left. The heat is definitely picking up. This is the aid station and 40 station. You can see this bananas, pickle juice, cookies, ice water, all volunteers. Awesome. Had pickle juice for the first time. Pretty cool. Hey, this is around mile 47. As you can see, just a lot less riders now. The heat is pretty brutal. Not so much wind, but it is moving. I seem to have lost my riding buddies. They're behind. So I'll go to the next rest stop, catch up with them. Trying to make it to Hell's Gate by 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. before the cutoff. So let's see. So far, easy, not difficult either. I'm a little bit over mile 53. I'm at the aid station again. This is the aid station, and as you can see, lots of fruits and nourishment here. And I'll probably wait for my teammates and start driving after I catch up with them. Wow, it's pretty well arranged. After snacks of peanut butter jelly, bananas, ice water, I'm ready to start riding again. Hell's Gate is probably another 10 miles from here, so I should be there in another 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So this is mile 70, I guess. This is rest stop number 7. As you can see, people are all trying to cool off. It's certainly very hot out there. My teammates are behind, and they should be catching up in another 5-10 minutes. Not sure if I will have to wait all the way for another 10-15 minutes. That'll be a lot of cooling down for me, or they will be ready to just start riding again. Either way, at least I'll get to see them briefly or get to ride with them for the rest of the way. Both are good news. Boy, from here on out, every 10 miles is going to be a sheer will. All right. Finally caught up with the team here. They're all here. Parmesh, Palash, Srini. So I've gotten 10 minutes of rest. How do you guys feel about moseying out in another 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
I can have here like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, let's see. When we get out of here.
Awesome, man.
I don't know. Let's see. 25 more miles to go. Significantly slowing down. probably doing only 13 miles per hour or so at this point. Finishing is the objective. Let's see. Getting brutally hot. This is stop number 8, right, Srini?
Yeah.
Stop 80.
What are you doing?
Srini is killing it. I'm just
Recording.
video capturing it so that I can share it later. I'm at stop number 10. I think there's another 15 miles to go. I was thinking I'll just power through, but the flesh is weak, so I have to stop here. I think Srini's ahead. Palash and Parmesh, I think, is a little bit behind. Anyway, hydrated, rested, ate some food, and now off I go. So this is stop number 11. Probably about 8 miles or under to the end zone. Couldn't power through, so taking a stop here, sitting in front of giant fan. To cool myself down. It's hot, it's tough, but it's only 8 more miles or so to go. Should be okay. All right, let's do this. Getting ready to do the final leg. I'm assuming it's the final leg without any more stops. Hopefully should be able to get there to 100-mile mark, take a picture, get on the car, go home, sleep. All right, let's finish this up. Finish the harder than hell endurance ride, 100 miles, completed safely. So now this is the end area. You can see the arch behind me, that's the end zone through which you come in. So now I'm gonna go pig out, eat some solid food, maybe drink a beer or something, and wait for the buds, my riding buddies. Okay. Back home, it was again nearly a 2 hours ride, and was able to just get in the car right after the ride and get here, showered, feeling much more refreshed. Just reflecting on the ride itself. Apparently this was the hottest, hotter than hell on the record. So glad to have been able to complete it even. It's really a privilege to be able to finish the ride, because many things could have gone wrong, right? I mean, it's not just about hydration, it's just not about endurance. I saw a lot of people actually having tire issues, the cycle chain issues, a lot of mechanical issues. So people who are really good cyclists couldn't finish the race, and that's sad, right? I mean, it could have happened to anybody, and I'm actually glad that it wasn't one of those unfortunate incidents today for all of our team members. In fact, all the 4 folks who wanted to complete the full 100 miles, they all completed it. So that was really a big accomplishment for Lone Star Dragons. So glad this all happened, and I may not do this ever again. It's just craziness to ride in such hot weather, 100 miles. It's pure torture. For now, cheers, bye.